Okay, so how are you guys? In this particular session, we're going to talk about a very age-old problem. The problem is called as procrastination. How do you plan my day? What is productivity? And all these big, big things for which there are so many self-help books, there are so many softwares, so many calendar systems, so many Pomodoro, and all these beautiful things has been designed. But what I'm going to talk to you is more than anything else, the problem is not that. So in this session, I'm going to give you 5 hacks. I'm going to give you how to tackle with this. Not only that, I have two amazing gifts to be given to you. And this thing is going to be so powerful that most of the people who have undergone such information exchange, they have found it as a very powerful and a productive way. And this is reflecting in not only their bank accounts, but their in personal life as well. So stay tuned and let me show you how it goes. So uh, let me share my screen with you. All right. So today we are going to learn about top 5 time hacks for solo bosses. Uh, I think the biggest problem is not about time, but it all about something which I call it as the purpose. And I thought of sharing some powerful life hacks of purpose. Why do you hack the time? Because some or the other way, there is only 3 ways. There is only 3 things that is stopping you. The first thing is you might be ignorant. You do not know which part, what, or what resources. So here is a very powerful system that I'm going to give it to you. It's the first thing is you are ignorant because either you are not curious enough. So curious, I mean interested enough. Either you still have this ego problem. No, I'm not going to ask for any help. No, I'm not going to ask for anything. I'm going to do manage all by things. And that brings me to the third one, which is connected to the first one, is called as arrogant. Okay. You don't want to delegate, you don't want to deliver, and you think it's only you can do it. No, it's absolutely not. So I'm going to give you 5 step systems. But before that, I would like to share with you one concept, and that I call it as the clarity concept. Okay. And this is a 5 step hack. So the moment you have got clarity of all the things about why I'm doing this, okay, and why it is taking more time, why this is in a different and a difficult systems. Most of the time, the why is connected to, according to me, it is either you have a problem of vague way of knowing about all the task, or might be you do not know the process, or you might have a tool problem, or people problem. You do not know who can do what, and you try to do all by themselves. I was in fact stuck with the same system. I thought I'm the great guy, I'm the great salesman, I'm a great marketing. So early morning I woke up, I designed my own content, I tried my own closing systems, then I tried to design my own products. And I think that is the fate of all the solopreneurs. And in India, there is a beautiful word. It's called for all these solo bosses, there is a word called jugaad. And you do this. Jugaad is all about doing everything by yourself. You're trying to fix up certain things. And ultimately what happens is you're just in flames. Right? Uh, so the biggest problem in why you are not able to hack the time many a times is not about just the task and process, but sometimes the resources. Okay, I'll just write it as resources. Okay. The resources can be anything. It can be a data, it can be info, it can be a tech, it can be a content, a guide, anything that is giving you that clarity. That's a great thing. So now let's go into how you can do this. But anyways, if you have joined right now and we're watching this session right now, I have a small gift for you. I'm going to show you at the end of this entire session. This particular gift, okay, this is 100% guaranteed system of all the time hacks possible. You might not need any other self-help systems, any kind of softwares, any kind of coaching systems. You don't need a productivity guru. You can just get into this, understand, learn. It is completely designed. And by the way, I'm giving it to those people who are today willing to do something for their own self and their own life. So here is the first 5 hacks, and then I'm going to give you, and I'll show you the gift and how many people they have got amazing result out of this. Okay, these are tried, tested, standardized systems and processes that has been done, which is done on a very simple thing, might be just a pen and pencil with your watch, and everything you can do it. But the biggest thing that I would again like to tell you is it's all starts with why. If you know your why, the how is very easy. Okay, so let's understand this. The first thing that I'm going to talk to you is here. It's like called as block before you break. So start your day with the non-negotiable time blocks. Uh, do the deep work. Uh, According to Brian Tracy, he says, eat the most ugliest and the most biggest frog early morning, right? Uh, the one of the biggest problem that I have seen is this. The moment you wake up, you have got so many things to be distracted, and it is not always about the mobile phones, the softwares. No, I don't think so. That is a distractions. Uh, Many times, this is the best thing that I can do is I go and I take my phone in my hand. People might say, okay, you should not get into electronic gadgets. But I think if my phone can give me, so it is not about the phone, it is about what I do with the phone is important. It is not about the Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, or other things. But what I am looking at this is more productive. If I'm connecting to somebody early morning and probably delegating my work early morning without anything, I think that is the most productive work. So I think what is more important is rather than getting into time hack, look into point of view. It's just the perspective how you look at it. Okay. And it's all starts with you. So I'm not going to talk about how and where and all those things can be sorted off, but I'm talking about very simple thing that we can start inside. It is not the problem is not outside actually. The problem is why are you looking at a hack? Because might be something is not appropriate. Might be you do not know the task, the process, the tool, the people. Majorly, these are the four things, fundamentals that I have found out. So if you can probably block the first part of your time, okay, I'm going to talk about, which part is more effective. Now, again, some people say wake up early morning, in India, countries like India, some people, they are highly, you know, they learn about the ancient sciences. We have got something which you have to wake up somewhere around 3:30 a.m. That is called as Brahma Muhurta. But I feel the moment you are peak of your energy and you are peak of your realization and you are able to have, sense things and you can command your own principles, I think that's your Brahma Muhurta. There is no particular time. The moment you feel that this is the energy surge is happening, this is the highest level, boom, you're done. Now let's move into the second part. And second part is called as a three-task power rule. Um, so there are a lot of daily to-do lists that you have to do, right? You have calendars, your meetings, and all these things. But this is one of the things that I found in my life, and I was stuck with this for a long time. Okay, now here is the thing. This is my goal, and if I hit it here, I'll be jumping with joy. But I found out there are so many things are there, okay, at any given point of the time. Okay, this has different kind of trees. These are different kind of branches, and this is what used to happen with me. I start here, I get distracted, I go to this branch, and I probably just start again back from here. I go to this branch, and then I do this. But this is the easiest and the shortest way is to not get distracted. So not get distracted is also a very powerful thing. People say discipline. No, I don't agree with this word called discipline. Discipline is something that you do by force. Yes, it is important that sometimes you have to force not to get into the other channels. You have to stick on to here. It is like a self-correcting navigation systems, right? But discipline is something that you have to stop some of the desires, some of the curiosities, some of the urges that is actually deviating here. Now, discipline is something that people don't like. Okay, if I tell you, okay, don't do this, no, that is a rule. But the discipline is only possible. You do not need discipline actually. What is more important is if you understand the why part of it, why you are to do it, why it is more important, why it is a priority, why it is an urgency, okay, then there is no room for this word called as discipline. It's not required because this why is so strong. You don't have to put into this. It's something like this. I understood this. Okay, at one point of time, I was working in healthcare, and there was a very important decision to be taken for a particular patient, and he was connected with me. It was a distance relative, My task at that point of time, I had a lot of other things to do, but what is more important is uh, what I can do to make my statement here. Okay, I go with this flow. So either I can delegate, either I can outsource, either I can automate, either I can actually hire somebody and get it done, whatever. So it is also about finding alternatives rather than you doing all the things. So the three task power rule, one of the biggest things that I felt it is very important is uh, find that guy who can do your work, say it to him rather than you trying to do this. It is like, I have a heart attack right now, and you are advising me to do an MBBS first, and then do an MS, that is Master of Surgery, and then try to do all the surgery by myself. No, it is not impossible. I can't do that. By the time I do it, I'll be dead. So the best thing is if I have an heart attack, it is to surrender to somebody who is a subject matter expert, who knows what is the problem more than you know the problem, because this person has done more amount of research than what you can think of your problem right away, right? So the first task is to identify the right people who can do the things. Surrender, go and ask. And if you are a solopreneur, if you are a coach, mentor, guide, guru, instructor, whatever, and if you think that, okay, I am stuck here, most of the time I see people are stuck in these things. Okay, I have uh, I have started and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Okay, or I am yet to start. Okay, that is another thing. Or I have started, but somewhere I am losing speed, losing direction. Probably I don't have the tools, and I need a map, or I need something to just measure. So you might be anywhere. If you feel this is crazy, then connect with me. Maybe that's the way we can work it out. Okay. So here is the thing: divide into 2 to 3 task power rule. Okay. One of the tasks is finding the right guy, finding the right process, and you are done. The second thing is uh, documentations of how much you have done. It is more of monitoring and all. You might have heard of all these things. You might know already some of the pointers, but how much are we implementing the documentations? And the best tools for documentation is a pen and a paper. Okay, might be a stick on like this. Yeah, that's the best way. The third thing, the third task is um, the most critical thing that is important right now for helping you to reach here. To identify itself and helping it with the momentum is the best thing that you can do in a day. All right, so that's the normal GYAN part of it. Uh, and I find this is powerful. Clone your calendar. Okay. Um, you can use different templates. Okay. You can do something like Monday marketing, Friday finance, decision fatigues to zero. So all these things. The best thing that I would like to do, I'm just sharing all of these things in a short bit. By the way, if you want to learn about the entire ecosystem of productivity without you putting a single penny, without you buying any books, without you buying any software, without buying any programs or doing anything, then I have a fantastic amazing gift. I'm going to show it in some time. I'm going to show it to you, and then you decide if you want to be a part of it or not. Okay. And by the way, I'm giving it absolutely free of cost. Okay. Um, so here is the thing. How do you clone your calendar? Okay. So according to me, the first thing that I do is uh, find the time where you want to take a rest. Okay. Vacation. Okay. That is your personal thing. The moment you put this already, the remaining part is something where you can do the other parts, which is now more structured. So where you are creating, where you are converting, and where you are, okay, so this is called creation, this is called conversion, and the last one, okay, communication, okay. So if you can divide these three things in a beautiful way, so how much, by the way, there are some people who might be needing this for commutings, okay. Um, Commuting, okay, pardon the spelling. Okay, commuting, that means you are traveling somewhere. So either you are creating something, or you are communicating something, or you are commuting somewhere, or you are converting something. These are the four amazing C's. I'm calling it as the 4C structure. Uh, you can look into this. And this is the best way. That's the best way. All right. Uh, Find out certain hacks. You don't have to wait for someone to give in all these things. Nowadays, you have got so many different kind of things, and there are some people who are AI experts. Nowadays, it's a fad that everyone is talking about. Hey, I have so in the olden days, when I'm talking about automation, was just about Microsoft Excel. Then came Zapier, Pabbly, Integra. I don't know. Okay, there are so many tools are there. Uh, I'm not advertising for them. Uh, Pabbly, Integra. Then came something called as Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism. Okay, if you do not know, please Google this out. But the best thing that I'm talking about is you don't have to go into that kind of complex systems. Not required. Okay, you don't have to learn this. So instead, what you can do is small, simple hacks. Like for example, now you have got AI agents. Again, some people are trying to create this. There are already ready-made agents out there. You can do it. You can use chatbots. Definitely, a lot of people who are using chatbots. Okay. ChatGPT, yes. Okay. Any other things, please type it in the comment. But what easy things that you can do is, for example, you can use a voice note. You can use AI tools. Okay. You can use automatic reminder systems. Okay. There are so many other ways you can actually hack. So find out all the greatest hack. And if you need a list of AI tools, maybe I can do a separate session on that. I can give you a lot of AI tools. But at the end of the day, it has to be all monitored. At the end of the day, everything needs monitoring. How do you know it is good or bad? Right? So it is good because now you can save a lot of time in research and doing the redundant things. You can actually save a lot of time. The last one that I would like to tell you, I mean, there are many other points, but I thought these are the major 5 points that I can talk about. And then I thought of, showcasing that gift. I call it as productivity. And this is a continuous system. You work in an accountability systems, you participate, you share your wins, you share your challenges. And not only that, you can also share some of the hacks that you have done. Okay, I'm going to give you that gift in some time. The fifth one is called as energy audit. Um, Find out in the entire course of the day which part of the day you are more active. So it is not dependent that every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every day you cannot have the same calendar. No. So sometimes you might see that, I don't know, some fancy thing happens. Usually for people who are working somewhere, I see the energy, if it is, let me just change the color. Okay. So the energy goes down like this. So let's like this. Okay. The energy goes like this. And on Friday, something crazy happens. Over the entire day, something happens. And in the evening, there is a sudden burst of energy. Why? I don't know. This energy goes, picks up Saturday, Sunday, usually. This is the usual, guys. But when you look at some other people, they have a different way of looking at things. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a great energy boost. So on certain particular day, you go high, then might be in an entire day. This is morning, afternoon, let's say this is evening and night. Some people I know they are night owls. I mean, they are like crazy. They can do amazing things at this zone. Okay, that is the time when you can do the most difficult task, the more tiresome task. I think that's crazy. By the way, this is a hack. Uh, if you have something which needs a deep thinking, find out the best time. And I think this is my perspective. The best time is somewhere in the early morning or at late night. Why? Because I don't get disturbed. Okay. No, no one's pets are barking outside. No car honking outside. No ambulances. Okay. By the way, ambulances goes high. Because I stay near to a hospital, so I have a always most of the time we've got ambulances and all these things. But this is usually a nice place for working because it is silent, no disturbance, no distractions, and I can do pure concentration here. Okay. And one thing I found out is if you can focus and you can concentrate on all these things goes much more smoother, much more faster than when you have got multiple distractions. Okay. It is like every time you are changing some directions. Okay, you are going nowhere, right? Um, so what I mean to say is find out in the entire day which of the time is good for you. Which of the time you feel that okay, this is the time I should invest in reading. So you have different energies with the different task and audit. So if you find a lot of energy, so where there is a travel, there is something to be picked up. Okay, maybe you have to drop your kids to the school, or you need to buy for some shoppings or all these things. You can channelize and design your time like that. Number two, if you are relaxed and you don't want to go out and you find okay little less of energy, you can do certain other things like research, reading, okay, networking. Okay, there are a lot of things, other things. Yeah, you can do. So I think this is the best way. I leave it to you to do that. Right. Now it's the time for gifts. And if you need a copy of this entire thing, this one pager, just type in EndNote, and I would love to share this with you as well. So let me just pause my screen here, just a second. Okay, so now if you need this hand note, just type in hand note. I can do this. Okay, pardon my handwriting, but I think when you look at along with this particular session recordings, you will be getting a better idea. So now here is the gift. The gift is I found out the best way is to save time, to walk faster. According to my mentor, he says if you want to, uh, you know, walk along to somebody else, and that's the best time is you have some accountability partner. I have felt that. So when I was in the gym, it is very difficult for me to wake up and go there, and there's a lot of procrastination. But when you have some partner, when you have like-minded people who are not blaming, not justifying, not complaining, not comparing, it's an amazing ecosystem to work with. So here is a small gift. Just type in productivity, and I will put you to this group. This is a Facebook group, and this is the new group that I have created, where you go to the guide sections. Okay, by the way, we have beautiful people inside this group as well. We have somebody who is from the Brian Tracy Foundation also. Yeah. By the way, his name is Mr. Paul Martin. He is right here. Okay, you can see this. He's right here. And yeah, so I'm not advertising here, by the way, but this is a free group where you can join in. You have all these guides, and each guide is divided into different zones. You can go through the guides. This is a proper structure of 37 days. I've given a lot of things like you have got mindset principles. You can download different strategies. There are Excel systems, psychology behind this, how we work it, and all these guides have a video systems tracker. How do you use a daily tracker? Study notes, concept to reality. And not only that, this ecosystem also gives you the power to communicate with each other. We have monthly meetings happening. Uh, okay, you can share your wins. It's a beautiful way to share. And I have given different videos at different point of time, which will keep you boosted. So just type in productivity. I will give you a free tour of this entire group. And if this is something which is helping you to grow, might be a small part, I'm sure you don't mind sharing this video to those people who really need this. So that's it from my side today. Thank you so much for joining with this session. I hope this session was uh, uh, powerful for you. And I will see you in the next video. Till that time, have a fantastic, lovely productivity based growth and win this entire thing. Bye bye. Take care. Signing out.